So I'm a little, when it comes to how I view, my background as an MBA. So when I studied various industries, and I love the challenge that healthcare presented, mainly because healthcare felt quite antiquated compared to other industries in terms of the use of technology. Fax is still a preferred modality. Can you believe it? I mean, fax is still a very common, almost required method of communication. So to introduce any technology that creates efficiencies and reduces errors is very important. So robotic process automation, I'll put it into perspective. So there's a lot of buzzwords that are out there right now, buzzwords that are like AI, for example. You know, what does that mean? Machine learning, what does that mean? Natural language processing, and RPA, which is robotic process automation. A lot of those things are very complex. The best way to explain what robotic process automation is that if you have, with healthcare being siloed, you have billing systems, EMR systems, pharmacy systems, imaging, radiation, all these systems that require software, and there's limited integration in between them. You can have interfaces, but there's still issues with maintaining those interfaces. They go down. They have issues, and you have problems with data not moving across different systems. So the way I want you to envision robotic process automation is that if you had a person that had two applications open on their computer and they were transferring data, and they were literally copying and pasting, moving things over, or moving things between an email and a spreadsheet, or a spreadsheet and say an EMR. They needed to move data in there. Imagine what you call a virtual bot that you train, similar to like an AI system, less complex, but you train this bot to do that moving of data for you. So the beauty of a bot is that it's not restricted to an 8 to 5 schedule. You train the bot, you tell it it's a coding program that you say, okay, all this information needs to be moved over from this system to this system to this system, and I want you to error check it as well too. So it's a way to help integrate information between systems, and it helps alleviate the overall administrative burden, because rather than invest in try to figure out how to invest in additional interfaces, which can still be done, you can support, I look at healthcare companies as Apple versus Microsoft versus Google. No one wants to share data, and by law, interoperability is not a thing just yet. So how do you get around that if certain companies don't want to share information? Well, you use robotic process automation and you teach a bot to move data in between systems.